anybody else to take a break.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're just saying we're ready. We're ready for a break.
Last show.
We were just talking about how Adrienne's very excited. Last show of the year. I'm mildly excited. I'm going to do a stream later today, but I'm like, I'm ready for a break. I'm ready for the little break in the daily grind. But Catfax apparently Mikado is not. Where can I submit my objection to this being the last show of 2025? Sorry. But I'm going to do a little stream later today that has nothing to do with GM Farcaster, but kind of does, because I'm going to talk about the mini app that I made and how I made it and all those fun things. So that'll be fun. All right, but we're going to get started. We've got a lot going on today. We are going to be talking about all the updates, and there's so many things going on. We're going to be doing that. And then we are going to have Chintan, head of engineering for the Base app, is going to be with us to talk about all the new updates, all the exciting things that we heard from the system update. And we will be back on the other side of this 40 seconds with all of that, and see you on the other side. Welcome to GM Farcaster, bringing you everything from breaking news to spicy memes to the deep lore shaping this vibrant digital community. More than just a show, GM Farcaster is your digital third space where the community connects, the stories unfold, and the culture thrives. Whether you're a daily caster or just dropping by, we've got the latest buzz to keep you plugged in. So grab your coffee and let's dive in with your hosts, NounishProf and Adrienne, for another episode of GM Farcaster. GM Farcaster and GM Base App. It is Friday. Happy Friday, December 19th, last show of the year. And you are here with NounishProf and Adrienne for 29 minutes of Farcaster news to start your day. Plus, we will have Chintan, from the head of engineering for the Base app, joining us at the 30-minute mark. So if you're over on Twitter, please retweet. If you're on Farcaster, please recast. If you're on the Base app, repost, I guess. Repost, recast. I'm confused about the terminology over there.
Well, did you see, for the very first time, Base App has a little bit of Farcaster branding in it? There's a section for casts.
Yes, I did see that. I saw that last week. Yeah.
Oh, so it's maybe I didn't have that. So there's posts that have been coined.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's posts and casts, which is really interesting. What did you think about that? Do you think that's helpful?
It was
confusing.
I honestly found the separation of posts not intuitive.
That I agree.
So I'd rather see everything together with the ability to kind of highlight the ones that are collectible or coinable.
Yeah.
Collectible.
And then and I
also,
what I do really like is the trade and talk feeds. I do appreciate that because it does help to sort of separate and let you just get in a different mindset when you're looking at it. So I do really like that. And we should probably pause this and come back to that right before when Chintan gets here, because we don't want to talk about all this while he's not here with us. So we will do that in just a bit, and I will not acknowledge you, Acquiesce. I'm just saying.
Your quote, your comment does not come up on screen.
No, I'm sorry, I can't say
canceled.
So I'm just gonna. I wasn't gonna start here, but I think I shall. I think I shall. So I created a mini app using the Nanar mini app creator thing. So in the Nanar mini app now, you have two options. You can chat with the Nanar AI, or you can use the mini app creator. It is a paid service. The chat is not, but the mini app creation is. So you do need Nanar in order to use it. They will give you, I think it's a 7-day free trial, but it is $29 a month. So just letting people know before you jump in there. So I wanted to create a mini app and decided to do this. So it's a diehard Christmas mini app with 3-level gameplay. And I recommend you watch the movie first because it will help you, especially in level 1. There's some Easter eggs in the level 1 lobby directory. Adrienne, you should go poke around there. And because you'll find yourself in there, as well
Yay.
as a few other folks. So I had it add some custom folks to the directory, and it was really fun, but very frustrating and not as easy as it will be a year from now, is what I'll say. Like, I know that. Like, I know it's still early days, but it's amazing that I was able to create this at all. And it does, it's still hard to get my ideas into prompt form and have them come out the way I think they're going to on the other side. So it's a matter of like me getting better, the tools getting better, both of these things have to happen. So a dev using this tool is going to have a very different experience than a non-dev using this tool. So yes, you can do it. It's just going to take longer. It's going to be slower. It's going to be frustrating, all those things. So
now I feel like I'm going to need to yeah, I want to do one because I wonder how I would approach it. And when you're prompting and you're saying you must have an idea of what something looks like.
Yeah.
Right. And then is that what you're primarily prompting? Like from
pretty much,
like
or like how the gameplay is going to go and things like that. So just all the things, like even just, so one of the things, if you are using this, if you make sure you click on, there's a little hamburger menu type of thing, 3 dots on the left-hand side. There's one at the top. That's the normal one from mini apps, but there's another menu. It's kind of hidden. I didn't see it for a while. And that is where you can like upload images and things like that. So I was like, that took me a while to figure out, like, how am I going to get this image in here? Because it was creating images and they were kind of not the best. And so things like that. So it's just a lot of trial and error, but it works. It has 3 levels. My plan was like 3 levels. First level's the lobby. Second level's a Pac-Man game that you're going through the Christmas party and Ellis is chasing you around. If you don't know who Ellis is, again, watch the movie first. It'll be helpful. It'll make it a lot more fun. And then the third level is like a Donkey Kong style game where you have to climb Nakatomi Tower and save Holly from Hans Gruber. So I clanked something, of course, to go with this. And it's Save Holly, which I'm going to be dropping to various winners. And I've already loaded it up in my noise. So I'm going to be tipping as you play, and I'll be tipping on the leaderboard. So it's fun. Go play it. It'll be good. It'll be fun. And I also did an airdrop to anyone who is holding Festivus, which I clanked last year. You're still holding it, and there's only like, I don't know, 50 maybe. And then I also sent some to, I dropped 2 Die Hard is a Christmas movie POAPs back, one in December 2021, one in 2022. So the people who had collected that, most of whom I don't even remember anymore, they just got this airdrop as well. So it's I think the airdrop unlocks tomorrow. Symbiotech, you were one of the ones who collected one of those POAPs. So you're in there. And then Adrienne, of course, I sent you a little bit. All right. So, had to. So anyway, more on that later. I'm going to do a little stream around 3. I'm going to walk through the game. I'm going to walk through the creation process, like talk about how I created it and how I use Nanar AI, the mini app, and like take a look at that mini app. So pop on in. I'm going to also try to use den.show for this so I can play around with that and do some money gunning and things like that. So, all right. That's that. Moving on to actual news. This PSA, this is from HorseFacts. If you turned into a ghost recently, you probably have an old NFT PFP set on your profile. So you used to be able to just pull your NFT from it would basically ping OpenSea and pull it in there. First, congrats on being on Farcaster in 2022. Make sure you don't miss Medicare enrollment. Thanks, HorseFacts. Second, the quickest fix is to set it again on your profile. The OpenSea CDN recently stopped serving these, and we don't have the very oldest cached. So there you go. Few of you had this issue. Nonlinear did. Ted did.
So. You're not going to say anything about not being able to have NFTs as PFPs?
I just can't. It's not. I give up. I actually never had. Mine's an NFT that's been enhanced as an image, so it didn't even mine's not even an NFT. So I didn't really have a big issue with that. I like the NFT feed. That's different.
Mm-hmm.
That's different. Okay. Yeah. Now, did you ever have yours as an NFT? Did
yes.
you? Okay.
I also had the hexagon for a hot minute.
For Twitter?
For a hot minute. But I must have, at some point I did connect it as my NFT. And then at some point over the years, I've changed it. So I've uploaded a screenshot of my NFT. So I am not a ghost.
Yeah. You are not a ghost. So yeah, if you see any ghosts, this is the reason. Or if you're a ghost, this is the reason. This from DWR. This is crazy to see. Base is now the most popular client on protocol by messages sent. Opportunity for another client, check mark. So this was always discussed for a long time, whether or not any client would surpass Farcaster, aka aka Warpcast. So it was interesting to see this finally happen. And I don't know if, oh God, I hope we're not having problems. Okay. I was having problems this morning. There was a little Cloudflare issue this morning for a minute, but then it was fine. But it was cool to see this chart where all of a sudden we have Base taken over. So there you go. It'll be cool to see the newer clients and see where they land after a little bit of time. This from Dish: easily airdrop new clankers to people you follow through the deploy form on clanker.world/deploy. And I asked if you could limit it in any way, and then he did end up adding Nanar scores so that I'm like, I got a lot of people following me. I got a lot of people I follow that I follow. I follow like 4,000. I wanted to be able to narrow that down a little bit if I want to use that. I didn't use that for this one, but I think that's a really cool feature. So that is available now at clanker.world. Go check it out. This from Deodad regarding Clanker RFC auctions. We've been exploring how to make Clanker the best place to launch a token with 3 goals in mind: discover a fair market value, distribute broadly and fairly, earn in a way that is aligned with your community. We think auctions could be a powerful tool to meet those goals and want to get community feedback on this direction. Some of the reasons we like auctions. Why isn't he just using? You've got 10,000, just use them. Auctions discover a fair market price instead of guessing one. When tokens are sold at a discovered price, distribution is fair and value is captured to support the market and project. Distribution is broad and not about being the fastest finger. Buyers have time to buy at roughly the same price. Distribution is relative to commitment rather than timing. Participation doesn't need to be restricted to a small set of users or a cap to an arbitrary limit. Proceeds don't get extracted. They support the market and creator. Trading starts in a deeply liquid market at the discovered price. Over time, the team can access a portion of the proceeds when the market maintains or grows. And then you can read the full doc for a better understanding how the auctions work. And I would recommend that because it does have some good visuals and a bit more information. Let me see if I can bring it up regarding what they're planning or what they're looking at. And it will give you more surface area to give feedback on. So, but yeah, it's interesting. Not sure, but I think it's worth the experiment.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
No, because I haven't really went through the docs yet.
She's like,
I'm
no,
not formulated.
Because I haven't even been
on vacation.
I went on vacation.
This is true.
You are one of those employees, aren't you? You went on vacation December 1st.
That is it. I don't work for Deodad. I don't work for Deodad.
Just kidding. You know, there's always people that you worked with, though, in a corporate setting who seriously checked out, like Thanksgiving rolled around and they were done.
Wow. You're really accusing me. You're really accusing me of not pulling my weight.
Not you at all. I'm just kidding. You just gave that energy just now. Not before this, but just now.
Anyway, no, I'm sorry. I haven't. Okay. No, but I have not yet. I haven't. I'm saving opinions on Clanker auctions until I can read the docs, because I'm not.
It's fair.
I'm not one of those talking heads that, talks about things that I am not an expert in.
Like me.
Also, I'm a little distracted, Prof, because I'm chatting with my bot, our AI bot right now.
Oh my God. This is what she does during the show all the time.
I know, and you're getting tagged, so like now I can't hide it, because after the show ends, you'll be like, "Oh, what were you doing?
What were you doing?"
It's not working. I'm gonna put my phone down, and Warpy is not getting a Christmas bonus because
Warpy, what are you doing?
He's being lazy and dumb.
That's hilarious.
Oh, you're getting product. You're getting live product feedback.
I'm getting product feed. Resize the control buttons. Okay. You can also just do this on your laptop and use your arrows. This is what I'd recommend. But I feel you. Okay. I will do my best to see if I can adjust that, but we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
I need to know if this is in the game.
No, it's not in the game. You're not in the game. I mean, you are, but you're not. You're not in there.
Okay.
You're not in there.
Carry on.
I think you just made a face earlier. It's probably while you're talking Warpy.
Because whatever.
Anyway. Somebody, I don't know if you know Fubar. Fubar is actually, if you go look over on crypto Twitter, he's actually a dev. And he's like a smart contract kind of really awesome dev. Does a lot of like security stuff. So I'm assuming that's why he pulled that name, or just maybe it was the actual Fubar from, various things. The other Fubar. All right, moving on. Okay. Max Jackson posted who is actually using the new hot garbage tab. And this is the Pulse tab. That is the new trending tokens feed. And there was a lot of discussion. So I'm not going to get into the full discussion, but Zinger said what would make it more useful, and there was a lot of discussion here about that. But I think what is more helpful is to sort of see the differences. This was my feedback, was that the current pulse. So when you click on that little the little fire emoji, the little flame, what you get right now is this third one, which is let me pull this up. Let's see if it pops up. No, it does not want to. This third one, which is pretty much all, it's trending tokens, but it's all of, I cannot get this to just play. It's all pretty much pump fun, because that's what has the most volume, I guess. So it's not, to me, as useful as the previous one that we had. So we had a previous one, couple different versions of it, and it had it broken down by platforms, and as well as recent and other, like, I forget, recent and top stories. So that to me is much more useful in that form than what's there now. So that was my opinion. If you have feedback on this, feel free to drop into either one of these threads and let Zinger know what your thoughts are on if these are useful, especially if you're a trader. And this is like, if you're like, I would never use this tab in its current form, here's what would be more useful to me, like, let them know, because that's what they're looking for in this feedback. And that's the last I'm going to say about that. I have said my thing. I spent way too much time yesterday talking about that subject.
Feedback is a gift.
It was not received well. I'll just put it that way. The gift was not accepted. It was returned for store credit. Okay, this from maxbiddle.eth. This is in response to, here's what happened. And I don't know if it fully goes into that. He lost all of his account, got compromised, lost all of his, I think it was the loop token. And said, this is what he was saying: to be honest, this sucks, but I've traced it back to malware on my machine. Gut wrenching to say, but size down your loop as needed. I'm going to try for a miracle and negotiate with the scammers. Hopefully they reply. They have not sold, as I'm guessing they see it as zero value on Basecamp, so I haven't triggered a swap. However, I believe they did swap after he had posted this. And then he reached out, Horsefax help, and he said more info on the attack. In hindsight, I should have known better and for once got caught with my pants down. I'll be likely taking a break to focus on OPSEC and shake this off. So what happened was Max was hit with a contagious interview attack. These are getting more sophisticated and very nasty. 2 good sources below to understand what they do. If you work in crypto, you need to assume any GitHub repo you touch is from North Korea until proven otherwise. It sucks. But if you are a dev, your best protection is a totally isolated machine and intense discipline to keep it that way. If you're in an interview with someone you don't know, never ever run their code on your machine. If someone I interviewed pushed back, if I asked them to clone a repo, I would see it as nothing but a positive signal. So this has been done in a lot of different ways. Like I ended up in one of these situations. Definitely they were not North Korean, but they were pretending to be a crypto journalist who wanted to do an interview. So it was the same kind of thing. I managed to avoid any issues by some, luck and starting to figure out like this doesn't feel legit. This seems like it was like a job interview where it's like, here, clone this repo, do this thing, let's see your skills kind of situation. So this is like a different approach to it. Mm-hmm. So just be super careful out there. It's not fun. Not fun. So sorry to hear that, Max, and hope you recover from this. This from Yasik. The wait is over. After weeks of invites, the DGen app is officially open to everyone. Tip, earn, connect, own, win. Download now. And then this was the other big news from Yasik. Prediction markets have entered the DGen app. So it now has prediction markets integrated. So there you go. If you're looking for that in your client, you now have it. Probably coming to more clients very, very soon. Just give it a minute. They're coming. You can already see them in the Zapper client, but you have to, it's basically if your wallet that you're using or your Farcaster, any of your Farcaster connected wallets, if you're using those for prediction markets, it will bring in that, it will show that in the feeds in Zapper, but it doesn't have an integrated prediction market directly. So just to be clear on that. And of course, our friend Bracky is everywhere. On the flip side of the client coin, on the exact flip side, this is from Chris Co-Created. Do you miss a more thoughtful social first Farcaster, a place with curated feed of the best writing and ideas where you can slow down, go deeper, and stay closely connected to the people you actually care about? For some weird reason, I'm hearing the theme song to Cheers. Like in my head as I read this, I feel like this should be the background music. Building sofa for wisdom and comfort, a place for deep social, deep thoughts, deep connections, a place for nerding out, for thinking about society, about how to live well, a place for art and beauty and science and philosophy, a place for people who want to visit the coffee shop or the bookstore rather than the casino. So the lower, or actually the upper levels of the resort. I'm not designing it to be your main client, though I'm sure for some people it will be. I'm designing it to be a place to slow down and go a little deeper and be more intentional. I've been talking about this for a few weeks now, and it's almost time to start opening up. And it is, I think it is now open to everybody. So you can use it as a mini app. It also goes out to a web app if you're curating. Still very, very new, but you know what it's got? Do you know what it's got?
I can guess.
Do you know what made me so freaking happy? It has the trending feed.
The trending feed?
It does. It has the trending feed. I forget where to find it, but it has it. It's here somewhere. If you go into the feeds, filtering and options, here it is. And you can find, I think it's somewhere in here. Where the heck is it? I forget, but it's here somewhere. Somewhere in here is a trending feed. I don't remember where it is now. More? Oh, it's under more, maybe. I don't know. It disappeared. But it's here somewhere, and it's glorious, and it works exactly like the old trending feed. So I was looking at it this morning, and I found some things. So that was fantastic. So go check this out. It's a new fun client. Also, Chris Crow released this morning, releasing Softlets. So Sofa is the name of the mini app or the client, and Softlets is the little mascot. To celebrate the arrival of Sofa, a client designed to be your second place on Farcaster and to bring back the Farcaster you love. Thoughtful long-form content, carefully curated. Oh, that's the other thing. There's curators. So there's curated feeds. Real control over what and who you follow closely. You can also, you designate a 37 that you want to follow, and it's called My 37. And then Mint a Soflet for enhanced access and a little extra joy along the way. And this is similar to a Warplet, where it brings in your PFP DNA and updates the little owl. So yeah, it's cute.
I'm impressed how much Chris has put into like the early initial MVP beta launch or whatever that he's done with.
It's really good.
Very thoughtful.
Yeah. There's my Softlet. It's very cute. It came out great. So I love my Softlet.
When I saw Softlets on the feed, I immediately made me think of the Sofan from the 3 Body Problem. Did you read 3 Body Problem?
I saw the show.
Oh.
So I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember that. Okay. I'm trying to remember what that is. It's been a long time.
No spoilers.
It's been a while.
People can go read the book.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I'll have to look back on that. All right, a few more things before we start diving into all things Base and Coinbase. This from Farhouse. The moment you've been waiting for is here. The doors of House are now unlocked for everyone. Enter now and create a live stream, spin up a space, send tips to your favorite people, token gate your streams and spaces. When will you enter? So it is now open. We talked with Ranjan from Farhouse last Monday, and so it's cool to see this all happening. So go check it out. Yes. Did you have something?
No, I was just thinking of when we did our watch party, and we kind of used our own infra for it, but that's kind of what Farhouse is meant for.
Yeah.
So
that would have been a great platform to do this. And it was not yet available to everybody. All right. A few more things. This from limes.eth. Want good book recommendations? Check out Farcaster's library. Add your fave books to your bookshelf. Discover people who have books in common. Check their other faves. View the book leaderboard. Add your 5 favorite books below. This also in the vein of the sofa. You read the books on the sofa. So there you go. I have not added anything, but I know that you did. So let me find yours real quick. And you can search and find folks in here and see their bookshelf. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I thought it opened, but maybe they don't. I thought they did for some reason. And then it will show you like who you have connections with as well. If you have books on your shelf and they have the same books.
Who's got similar books.
Yeah, that's very cool. I have not added any books yet, so I will do so. I will do so soon. Yeah. Oh, you heard him. Yeah. Mookie says hi. Bertwurst always hears Mookie. I think he's the only one who really hears him. Mookie Bertwurst says hi. This from Colin. New on Paragraph, introducing the Paragraph API and TypeScript SDK. We're making it easier for developers to tap into the Paragraph ecosystem to consume, discover, publish, and trade. And we're open sourcing our first reference app, Paragraph Markets, a trading interface built on top of Writer Coins. So go check that out. That's fun. And this from Kojo. This is a little long. I'm going to shorten it. So what happened to Ponder? It peaked. Keynesian beauty contests are conceptually elite. They show what people really think by making them put skin in the game. perfect for an FC mini app. Some stats: 300K transaction, 500K in P2P payouts, 32,000 plus users, 67 on. Oh, 6.7. Got it. He just wanted to throw 6.7 in there. The problem, and then it goes on to kind of talk about some of the challenges that they've had in building and what's next. So what's next? Daily ponders continue, but our main quest is building a new place where predicting the future is a social game between humans and not a spreadsheet for whales. Ponder users will carry over stake into the new app, plus any airdrop stuff. We'll push details from the Ponder app when it's time, so keep notifications on. More soon, new adventures loading. So that's fun to see. And again, go check out Die Hard, the game. It's fun. You'll enjoy it. All right. I got to switch over to our base stuff and Coinbase stuff, and there's a lot of things that happened this week. So we're going to get started chatting about that, and then we'll be joined by Chintan shortly, who is the head of engineering for the Base app. And Adrienne, if you can just double check and make sure he has the link.
Yep, on it.
Fantastic. I see Megan in here, who's sitting in from the team. And I'm just pulling up there are many things that happened this past couple of days. So let me see if I can grab the right links here. So we did a watch party for the system update. Coinbase did the system update on Wednesday, December 17th, where they shared all the updates to the Coinbase app and what Coinbase was offering, plus the Base app. So the Base app was towards the end. And here is Chintan. So we'll bring him up in just a second, make sure he's ready. And so we saw, let me just show this real quick. We saw Jesse come on out and talk about the Base app and all the new things there. Brian was sort of the host of the show, keeping things rolling and bringing out different product leads to talk about the different things happening within the Coinbase world. This was a really good summary from Garrett that I'm just going to throw out there, and then we'll bring Chintan up to talk about all the Base app specific things. But there was a lot that was announced, and a lot of it was at the Coinbase level. So stocks in the Coinbase app, prediction markets powered by Kalshi in the Coinbase app, equity perps for non-US traders early next year, DEX trading in Coinbase app on Solana and Ethereum, Coinbase token sales, more along the lines of the pre-launch token sales like Monad, Coinbase custom stablecoins. I thought this was really interesting. Branded stablecoins backed 111 by collateral custodied by Coinbase. Coinbase Advisor, AI-powered robo-advisor in app. And by the way, Deployer did drop a note and say, no, I didn't think, no, they didn't steal Banker. This was obvious. It's all good, people. Relax. There were some people like, that's Banker. And I was like, oh, Banker. Yeah, I mean, I did think the same thing. Coinbase Business, fully released out of beta. Coinbase developer platform with expanded APIs. Base app is fully available to everyone globally. Coinbase tokenized end-to-end solution to bring off-chain assets on-chain, combining issuance, custody, compliance, trading in one place, and bringing private companies, real estate, equities, and funds on-chain. All right, let's bring up our friend Chintan here. Welcome. Nice sweater.
Yes, I know. It's just the season, right?
I love it. That is actually let's see if I can move us over so you can see the background. Whoops, let me move that off the screen for a minute.
I noticed
so we have the sweaters in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that Ethereum ornaments? Across the top.
Well, and,
amazing.
The Laura Aneri designed this. She did an incredible job. Good. It's like Ethereum ornaments, the base word mark. There's candlestick charts lower down.
There's GMGN.
GMGM. There's the old base logo. There's little LFB rockets. It's the base square, but some of them are wrapped. Candlestick string lights. Yeah.
So good. She did a great job. It's so good.
She did such a good job.
Love them. So you had a massive like build. What do you call it? Locked in. You're like locked in. A couple weeks ago, you were in New York for a surge week. That was the word I was looking for.
Yeah, we call them surge week.
With the team, you had everybody together. How did that all go? And then you led up to this opening up of the app to everybody. So how are things going? Let's start there.
I think things are going. I think it's, it's been a year-long like grind, rebuilding Coinbase Wallet, really changing a lot of our tech stack, the ups and downs of the market, integrating with awesome partners like Farcaster, Zora, XMTP, but then really like narrowing down and just going hard into this new sort of experience we want to deliver for consumers. Be early, trade instantly, earn from everything and anything you create. Like you have value, right? And I think a lot of it is just like navigating that idea maze. And so it was cool because we got the whole team together in New York. It was like the first week of December, and I kicked it off. Everyone was pumped. And really we had one goal that week, which is like get the app ready for this launch. And the reason it was so critical is like we have to submit to Apple early and it has to go through review. So like we wanted to make sure we had plenty of time. And so the surge was like super fun. And I think maybe from the outside, like you get this sense of like, okay, the team's grinding, cool, but are they like really working that hard, or is this just a bunch of like content? No, this surge is not for the faint of the heart.
There was a lot of content, which I appreciated. There was a lot of talk. I mean, while you have people there, you might as well, right?
Yeah, like we wanted to just show what happens like behind the scenes. And I really think just the team is so special because everyone just kick off at like 9 a.m. We'd stay until like midnight every night. And the cool thing is like, you didn't have to ask anyone to stay. And if people needed to leave early to go do something, like that's fine. But everyone is there because they knew the goal. Get this puppy ready, right? And it was fun because we were with each other. We could talk to each other. We could get stuff done so much faster. A team member had their wedding on Wednesday and they showed up Monday and Tuesday. And we did like a cake celebration for them. But we missed him by 5 minutes because he left early to go to the airport. So we FaceTimed him and said congrats, and then we wheeled around cake for everyone, like in an airline. I was serving cake, but it was good. It was such a good feeling of fast, rapid communication, shipping, testing out the product. We did a little cafe in like, I don't know if you've been to our New York office. If you haven't, we should bring you, but it's like beautiful.
Have you been there? Oh, I thought you'd been there, Adrienne, right? No?
It's
no, so but I'm waiting for my invite, Jen.
You're invited.
Whenever
you're in New York, even if I'm not there, we can make that happen. But we had like in the lobby area, we had our team doing a base feedback cafe. And just bringing in both internals, external folks to just like hammer at the app, give us the feedback. And it was good. And then we just take those issues, those bugs we would get in real time and like just fix them right then and there. Like, I think that was just like the best thing where just like everyone was there pushing hard and the app got significantly better, both on like the functional side, but also it's gotten like a beautiful design facelift and there's more to come. So it was great.
Yeah, Dylan mentioned a few things in the mini app. He mentioned there's more to come. Like there's some things that you're changing and adjusting, and like the mini app menu is what I mean.
Yeah, If you
so there's things like that.
Yeah, we've leaned in pretty hard into sort of making it easy for builders to get discovered, give them that distribution. So if you look at the search tab, it's actually search plus like almost an app discovery store, right? And so you'll see trending picks, top picks. There's actually like, another sort of layer screen that shows like all the cool mini apps. And we're leaning in really heavily on two things with builders. Is one, like just helping them even more to create like world-class apps. So that when someone comes into the Base app, they have something awesome to do. It's a great experience.
Yeah.
And these builders can discover it. And then two, we're focusing a lot on just like really curating which apps we're showing right now, because we want to keep up leveling the bar. And then also just making it easier kind of on the technical side, making some of the high points of friction that used to exist with mini apps and builders, like just making them optional, right? You can like create a mini app on the base app and it'll just work with the simple 0x address. If you need a social layer, you can add it optionally, and that's cool too. So we just kind of want to identify those friction points and just make it easier.
So I created a mini app yesterday.
What was it?
Using Nanar AI. So it's the first
such
time.
a good.
Yeah.
Their studio is really good.
Yeah. So I finally created something because I'm obviously not a dev, not close. So this was a really cool experience. And one of the things I noticed this morning is when I casted it, like it's not easily discoverable anywhere right now because it's brand spanking new. But when I casted it and looked in Base App, it's there, it's linked, you can open it up, you can play it in there. So without me having to do anything. So meaning I did it, I set it up, signed the manifest, and it's available anywhere on the Farcaster protocol where mini apps can be viewed.
What? Tell me the name of it.
If you go to my profile, it's called Die Hard, the game. And if you go to my if you just go to my profile, NounishProf profile, you'll see it there. Yes, based on the movie.
Based on the Christmas movie.
Christmas movie. Yes,
okay, that's dope. All right, I'm hopping.
So it's just a really a quick little 3-level, very 8-bit kind of style game, like a little Pac-Man game, a little Donkey Kong level. So it's just fun. But it was more.
Start the game. Nakatomi Plaza. Oh my. Oh,
so it's fun.
This is so good. Employed, dude?
It's fun.
Great.
It's fun, and I had a lot of fun doing it. It was frustrating as a non-dev. It'd be so much easier if you know what the heck you're doing, if you're better at prompting. But I was able to do it, and I was able to do it in a day. So that's kind of crazy. And it was a lot of.
This is awesome.
Thank you.
Now I'm just gonna like go and play with this and figure this out.
This is the problem. I can't say things to you two people because you get distracted and you're off doing stuff.
Hey, stop doing cool stuff then, okay?
Stop doing cool stuff. But it was really fun and it was great to be able to just see it. It works everywhere. Like it works in the Base App without me having to do anything.
I'm so glad.
And that's a lot of work on the back end, because early on that was not the case.
Yeah, it was.
You had to do. Yeah,
completely broken.
Yeah. So that's I know there was a lot of work done to make that look easy.
yeah, and that's what we want. We want like the way I think about stuff a lot with like Base App and what we're trying to do is like my metric that I care about the most is like time to X, right? And X can be time to make money, time to build your first app and have it go live, right? Like in this world where attention is like very scarce and also just people don't have it, and that people want to like get that quick dopamine hit, but to make that quick dopamine hit have some long-term benefits, you gotta like build with quality too, right? So I love the fact that like the time for you to take an idea and deploy this mini app has gotten so much better. Yeah. And now my goal with Base App for you and other builders is then how do we get you distribution? How do we get you your first user, then your first 10 users, then your 100, and then 1,000, right? And so even though you had to put the link for the Die Hard game you built and then cast it out, also in our feed, we'll be adding soon like new content types. Like, so if you and Adrienne and me started playing Die Hard, it would pop up in the feed and say, hey, you and 2 other friends, or whatever, like Adrienne and 2 other friends just played Die Hard and died. See if you can survive. So we want to like take the actions of the mini app and actually distribute it organically into the feed. Because what you really want to know is like what your friends are up to, what's interesting, all that kind of stuff.
So this is like a trading, your friend just traded this token, but it's your friend just played this mini app.
Right. But
instead, it's the other social part
too, right?
Yeah.
Right. It could be a builder coin. It could be Die Hard, the token. that's required to play the game. Like there's all
we have
sorts of ways
Save Holly. We have Save Holly as the token, but yeah.
Save Holly is okay. Oh, this is so smart. Okay.
The ideas are there. It's taking the idea to actually creation. If you would ask me to do this a year ago, I couldn't do it.
See, you
and
got
I've tried. I've
it.
tried.
The time from idea to creation.
Yeah.
Right. And like, I've been toying around on the side with some ideas around just like, what if you can voice prompt, like, I want to make a Die Hard game. It does these 5 things. Literally just do it inside the app. And then it sends that prompt to the back end. The back end cooks and then returns back the game. Right.
Yeah.
I believe like Remix has tried to do this too. And like, it's just a really cool model.
I think it's getting there. You could basically get close to doing that right now with Nanar, except then you do have to debug. You have to, okay, this doesn't look the way, I envisioned it and things like that. And if you have any coding experience, this is going to be so much easier for you. Or if you're just a really good prompter, if you have a lot of AI experience. So either one, I think you're going to be able to like take your idea and put it in and have it become a mini app.
But even Prof, even without like you've now built one. So if you build a second one, even with no coding, it gets easier. And then the third one. So
it's just like just like you said, the gym. Yeah, it's the reps. Yeah. You get stronger. Yeah, it'll be much easier the second time. And then it's but it was also an accomplishment. It's like, oh, I can see this thing I built. It's not, super slick or whatever, but I did it. I was able to do it.
That's the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
Like not everything everyone does is going to be a runner, and you just got to get shots on goal.
Yeah. It was very fun. It was very fun. So what are the things that have been incorporated into the Base app over the past, like with this new release that you're really excited about, that you want people to know about, maybe some, things that are on the way that haven't shipped yet that we should be on the lookout for?
For sure.
That's the real, that's the real stuff I want.
That's the real stuff. And like, there's nothing
like what's already there.
And okay, so we did the beta launch in July. We learned a lot. Thank you both for so much feedback and using it, and to just the whole community. Like, look, we're trying something new. It's hard, and we love getting roasted. So roast us, but be nice and give us the feedback so we can make the product better. And so that's what we've spent the last 6 months doing, right? We learned a bunch. We learned that there's confusion.
There was like a whole, Adrienne, you missed it. There was a whole 2 nights of roasting sessions at Base Camp where they just people were invited to come roast the Base app.
Open arms welcomed it.
Yeah. I mean, that's to me amazing because like to open yourself up in that way is really refreshing, and that kind of level of transparency. And you probably gave you so much better information than if you were, if people were either not feeling like you were open to it or if you were pushing back. So I thought it was great.
Yeah. I mean, I think you can just learn so much just by listening with an open mind and just asking the right questions. And that's what we've really been trying to do. And so, okay, what do we do with this launch? What do we make better? I think if we just look at what we're trying to achieve for new users, it's honestly time for them to get their first sort of on-chain earning, right? Time to make money in whatever sense. And some of that can be from trading. Some of that could be from posting like great content and then the flywheel working like, oh, that's cool. Like, here's a couple pennies or here's a buck. Like, I kind of love you as a creator and I just want to support you. And look, I don't want to like debate, like, is that the thing? Right? Because we are so early. We are seeing pieces of that flywheel really picking up, right? And, I was talking to the European kid, right? Great content, really funny. He posts on TikTok and Instagram, and all of that stuff just gets automatically cross-posted. He doesn't have to do anything. It gets cross-posted into the Base app. So that's one big thing we launched, which is this integration where if you are a creator, you can use this integration we have with Repurpose that cross-posts from TikTok, Instagram, automatically into the Base app. And like the aha moment for many of these creators is, wait a minute, I posted, yeah, I got a bunch of likes on Instagram and TikTok, but I just got $1,000 here on Base App.
Yeah.
Right. So that's one big thing. How do we make it easier and more digestible?
Is that available? Is that available to everyone, or is that select creators you're working with?
Right now, we want to make it available to everyone, but right now, because we want that experience to be really, really good, and we're going to find bugs along the way, we're opening it up to select creators. If you guys want it, just let me know.
No, we don't need it.
Okay. We need it.
We want it the other way.
I guess we don't.
Have to go the other way. We post first on Base App.
I love it. That's fine. That actually, what am I even saying?
We'll send it out to Twitter and TikTok, but we don't. This is the platform we're mostly invested in.
Yeah.
Can I just double click on what you said though, because it reminds me of where I had been for kind of years understanding cryptocurrencies and blockchains at a theoretical level. It was when I first got my self-custody wallet and minted an NFT, where I was like, oh, and I had this aha moment of kind of the ownership aspect and openness. Yeah. And I think you're right. So if you join a social media app, and even if it's pennies, but the fact to see some exchange of value from a financial perspective, when you did not have to set anything up, you didn't have to connect your Stripe account, or you didn't have to connect your bank account. You didn't have to have
millions of users. Yeah.
Yes. Right. It
sometimes wasn't there's limits.
Yeah. And, I'm so glad you said that, because what you're describing is like the magic moment, right? I spent a bunch of time at Uber, and for me, what I learned there was pushing a button on an app and having a car show up is literally magic, right? Because there's so much working behind the scenes. Same thing here. What is the magic we want to deliver? And the magic is just expressing yourself in whatever way you want, and someone on earth valuing it without you having to do extra stuff is honestly magical, because there's so much behind the scenes that's also working to move that value. So we did that to make things easier for creators, right? Second thing, you
wait, can I just pause on one thing there? And one of the things you did was add this double tap. Which is fantastic. It's fantastic. So within your settings, you can set an amount, like $1. So I set mine for $1 for a double tap. And if I want to buy more of something, I'll just go in the regular way. But if I just double tap on the post and it has a coin, it's going to automatically buy $1 of that.
Yes.
Without me doing anything else. It's really cool.
Right. It's really
seamless.
Cool. Are you getting, when you do the double tap, are you seeing the passkey prompt?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Cool.
I don't remember. I have to look. I think so. I think I am.
Probably are. Okay. Yeah. I want to talk about that, because this double tap, we call it quick buy. This double tap experience is the actual new sort of mechanism we're pretty excited about. We are seeing, even with this just small interaction change, so much more, 5x more trading going on. Right. Or buying of content. So you described the double tap. You double tap on any content on the trade tab. You set a value, $1, 50 cents, 10 cents, whatever it is. And boom, it's sent. That's magic. I love that. We're also adding some cool stuff. So I don't think it's live yet. It will be in the next release. But if you double tap, you'll do that $1 quick buy. If you double tap again, it'll go to $2. Double tap again, $3. So you can sort of scale a little bit based on the content you're actually seeing too, which is kind of fun. We have introduced a little heart icon in sort of the right side of the content with the $sign. That should be out. And so also in that, what you'll see very soon.
I might need to update again. I don't remember.
Yeah, and we're the team is just constantly
did you just do that last night? Or?
We may or may not have, but we're actually doing our cut today. So it should probably go live Monday for everyone, Monday, Tuesday, if all goes well. But today Instagram, a like means nothing. It's just a like, right? So we just really wanted to play into that concept, and the design team came up with some really cool, awesome stuff. And one of it was this heart with the $sign. You just tap it, and it mimics the same exact behavior as that double tap. So it's still a little quick buy, right? But the last sort of piece of friction is that passkey, right? That passkey prompt that pops up. You just want to scroll.
Double checked. Yes, I got it.
Okay, perfect.
I can't remember.
So you want to like scroll, tap. You don't want to like this passkey to keep prompting you every time. And that's honestly like, it's because when we launched in July, we started with passkey onboarding. But I'm so excited, like for brand new users, we have email onboarding.
Oh,
and it is so simple. You just click create account, type in your email, you get a little like OTP code, via your email that you punch in, and then boom, you're into the app. And there's no passkey prompts. It's just really seamless. It just feels like a Web 2 app, but all the transactions are happening behind the scenes. And for folks like us who are, early that have passkeys, we will very soon have the ability to add like an email signer in. So then that passkey sort of pop-up that shows up sort of fades into the background, and you're taking like a new signing approach. And I think like that's just what we're obsessing about, is removing that friction over and over and over and over. So that's like a big thing, the email onboarding, that little quick buy. And then like throughout the app, and we did a big refresh on the wallet tab. It looks better, it works faster. The trade tab has different sort of trending topics, creators, post, memes, etc., and we can add more in. Chat.
Yeah,
we've gotten so much feedback on chat that it's just unusable.
Chat is great.
But now it works. It works so well.
Now, it was a lot of problems, but it was like you knew it was going to be good. Yeah. Like it had cool, like that was another magic thing. Like adding Bracky or adding Banker into a chat and being able to go, hey, Banker, send everybody in this chat $1 is another moment of magic that
mind blowing.
It's fantastic. Like just being able to do those things.
Yeah.
Or launch, being able to launch a token right in a chat, like all these things. Very cool.
And the thing, like why we believe chat is important. Like one, we cooked a lot with the XMTP team. They're like such a good team. And I think we're solving like some of the hardest problems in end-to-end encrypted decentralized chat out there. And like the 1v1 chats, they work pretty well, and they have been. But once you get to the group chats, things become really hard. So like Bill with Late Night on Base, he has this huge group chat, and we call him
in there.
We call that group chat Patient Zero, and he has been roasting us, and I love it because it's just forced us to like look deeper and deeper and find more ways to improve the chat. And I think it's gotten like night and day difference, and there's still room to go. But the thing why chat matters, especially in the group setting, is if you think about like a group chat, it is your private social network. It's where you shoot shit. It's where you post Bracky, your bets, whatever you bought, et cetera, et cetera. And like, there's a lot of stuff that sort of almost organically originates within your chat as you're talking to folks or seeing what folks are trading, et cetera, et cetera. And then we want folks to be able to easily take that sort of information, that alpha in a private social network, and push it to the public network, which is the feed. And then that sort of loop keeps going. Things in the public feed, like, oh, did you just see what Prof just launched, this Die Hard game? Pop it into your chat, play around with it, have your friends have fun, and be like, that's cool, I just won the game, let me go brag about it. And then that flywheel sort of keeps repeating. And we want to see that flywheel, and we're working towards it. But I think group chats are a big part of this too.
Absolutely. And I'm right now letting the group know that they just got a shout out from you.
It is a big
in that group chat, in the Late Night on Base group chat.
Yeah.
One of the other things is also, if you have a group chat, invite Shane in there, because Shane Mack will just periodically drop money to people because
I think
it's fun, because he's testing things. He is in that one. Yeah, that's what I mean. He's in that one. He's been in a couple. He's in a couple of my group chats, and every time he's like, hey, drop everybody $5 in here. And I'm like, yeah, I love this group chat.
It is magic. Like the stuff, like we're not going to compete head to head with Telegram and WhatsApp. We're not trying to like reinvent chat. We're actually trying to get the basics right, but then add all the new primitives like Banker, right? Like
add the cool AI stuff. Like that's the thing. Totally.
Like a chat with a wallet that's connected to it. where then agents can act on your behalf, like it is insane then what you unlock.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
And I actually tried this with my students as well. So I onboarded all my students last semester.
How did that go?
This past semester? Good. But we had some rough moments. It took a little bit, but this was early days of Base App. I think it would be much easier today.
Well, with email onboarding, it better be easier now.
But it was still very easy compared to January 2022 when I started the class. So anyway, right. But one of the cool things was dropping them into that group chat and then being able to say, hey, banker, do this, and have them watch that magic was very cool. So
it is a mind-blowing kind of moment.
Yeah. What other things have been improved or what other things are coming that you're excited about?
Yeah. On the improvement, like we've had a huge design facelift, new icons coming in, new illustrations. It's just the look and feel has gotten so much better, and we got to keep pushing. We're still not fully there yet. Team has cooked a lot on like the app performance. It was slow as anything before. So we actually just brought in the entire new React Native architecture, like the new architecture, and they did that so fast. Like it was cool, and that's been really forcing us to make the app faster and better, and it's unlocked a bunch of stuff so things just load better. Token, like I'm excited about sort of our asset detail pages. I don't think we do a great job right now of providing like contextual information. Why is this asset up or why is the price down, right? And you can see like, some apps out there like give that contextual information. I think a lot of it is just like folks pop into the Base App, there's so much going on. How do we sort of smooth out those rough edges with like context, with useful information, things that are actionable? So I'm excited to like start going after that. We launched this holiday rewards also, tis the season, which is pretty fun. Just go and do a couple things like just do a base verify, which is honestly just connecting your social to Base App like X or Instagram or even your Coinbase account. That is cool because
this is the invite one, right?
You can on your profile see like, oh, you have 50,000 followers. On your Base App profile, you have 50,000 followers on X, so there's a little validation there. It also just helps us like manage the bot problem a lot better, right? We want to reward humans and real users, and then do a trade and just go and invite a bunch of friends. And the prize pool right now is like 2 million. So
crazy.
That is exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting. That I was not expecting yesterday or day before on Wednesday. That was new. I was like, oh, but it was funny because I went to double check my make sure I had the latest app, the latest Base App, and I in the iOS App Store, I was like, oh, I see something coming. Like, what's this?
Yes,
because it was in there before it was even
the advertisement.
Yeah.
Like the graphic.
Yeah, exactly.
We had to push it out before the official announcements, but it was good. It was good.
Yeah, there was some alpha in there. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, there's always alpha. And now going into like next year, what am I excited about? Or like next quarter. I think still like pushing just the facelift on the app, right? And just really rounding out that polish and feel. I think that's huge. What we really want to really just like focus on next quarter, years are too long. Next quarter is like stabilizing.
Next year is next quarter.
Oh
so
God,
it's all
true.
the same
all
thing.
Of it's true. All
You're
of that
good.
true.
Yeah.
All of that's true.
Same thing.
It's like we got the thing working. We've gotten it pretty fast. We just need to deliver the delight. And so we would really want to focus on growth.
Like that. Like, deliver the delight.
Deliver the like. How do we just get users using it more, coming back to it, focusing on growth? We are actively looking at prediction markets popping into the feed. And so that's like a great new asset class. We want to allow issuance.
You already have Bracky. So Bracky's already out there, AI agenting. So there's that. So for those looking for sports bracket, there is a little something there already.
Bracky is great. And there are many other sort of prediction market providers out there that we just want to aggregate into the app and show like properly and nicely throughout the app, whether it's natively or in the feed itself. I think that's just a really important sort of asset class we want to focus on. Perps are coming. Avantis is there.
Oh, great.
And then also, we're just looking at things like when you're buying like creator coins, content coins, like we really want the creators to feel that moment of actually earning. And we all know the only way to actually earn is to like take a sell, right? And not just hold forever necessarily. Like, you should be taking profits over time. Do not rug your users.
Don't rug your people.
Yes, please don't do that. But there is part of all this, like in any consumer app, you want to minimize decision fatigue. And money and when to sell is probably the most anxiety-inducing decision fatigue point you can imagine. So how do we just make that easier? Like potentially auto selling based on some tiering, like that would just make it easier both for
that would be
curators and creators.
It would also create an expectation. So when you're buying, like, this is going to happen, so it wouldn't be so abrupt or I don't know. Normalized. It'll be more normalized. Go ahead. Sorry.
And just to abstract away kind of the complexity, because I think that's what it seems like a lot of the creators' feedback was like, oh, now I need to manage the token.
Right.
And I don't want to do that. I want to connect with my audience and I want to make content and I want to get paid. But then it becomes this like a whole new skill set for how to manage. So I think that's a great idea.
You're right. And it's, thematically what we want to focus on is also simplifying. Right? Like there are parts of the app that we probably should look at consolidating, simplifying as we get more and more feedback. Like we're going to get a whole new slew of feedback given that it's gone so wide, right? And so like we got to just take that all in stride and really focus on delivering the maximum value as fast as possible to our users.
How many users are on Base App now since Wednesday?
I think it's 100K plus at least that are active, like actually active.
Okay.
On some recurring basis, and then I forgot how many folks have like signed up in total, but way more than that. Wow. We let everyone off the wait list. People are coming in. We saw. Do you remember? Maybe it was at DevCon or Basecamp, but like. There's this slide that Jesse stands in front of where it's like the curve here and
we are here
hockey sticks and he points like we are here. And then we looked at our graphs, our Base App graphs from launch, and it's so funny. The curve just matches that hockey stick. And so it's like flat, and then boop, right up into the sky. And like, yes, the volumes are not in the millions to billions yet, but it's funny to see like how that foreshadowed what the right curve would look like. So we're excited about that too. We're getting a lot of good feedback.
How's the load so far? Like, is everything handling well? I haven't seen too many issues. So
load has been pretty good. We did a ton of load testing before. The team really focused on that. I for everything we launch, like I sit down with the team and like grill them in these launch reviews. It's really fun. But it's a very good pressure test on like making sure things are right and going to be handled. We are seeing some issues like on media upload. Like sometimes folks have challenges on video upload.
Cloudflare.
Cloudflare issues, Cloudinary issues. But also like when someone takes 4K video on these really nice new iPhones, and then it's like a 500 meg file that they're trying to upload. So we're literally like, I'm just seeing the PRs being put up on adding better compression, and then doing background uploading too. So there's that piece around media we want to get right. And what's the
size? What's the file size maximum right now?
So
it just went up, didn't it?
It's in gigs. Like it's in several gigs, right? Two gig plus. What happens is there's effectively like a timeout on the client itself. So after about 2 minutes of uploading, the client is like, yo, what's going on? Right. And because like it's also not just the upload, but coining the content as well. Right.
Right.
And so to coin it, we need the file to be uploaded so we know the link to the file to include as part of the metadata. So we're basically just breaking that all apart now, right? Okay. Let the coin happen optimistically with like an image thumbnail so we can get a link back, and then add in compression so it can be faster than 2 minutes. And so I feel good about like delivering a TikTok-like experience.
That's great, because I was having issues with, I tried a couple times to put some video up and was running into that issue where it would just time out, it would fail. I couldn't, and I was like, okay, I'll circle back to this later. It just wasn't going to work. And I think that that's great to hear that. Yeah. Hopefully that's
what do you guys want to, what do you both want to see like next year on the app or in Q1 in the app? Like what would be your dream feature?
I don't know. It's funny you ask.
Go ahead, Adrienne. She's been thinking about this.
This is why we have you, Chinton. Get them.
Feature request. Let's go.
Let's go. Desktop app. Is that on the?
That was a question I had.
Roadmap, maybe. You don't have to. You don't have to promise anything, but I'll tell you my. I'll tell you my wish list is a desktop app, and part of this is we would love to be uploading more clips. And videos, but I only have it on my mobile app, and we do a lot of our stuff on my laptop.
Perfect. That's
like all of our content.
A very, very good, clear user journey of I create content. The content I create, like where I create is desktop, make it easy to just upload from there. Okay, perfect.
We upload the Farcaster. It shows up in Base App, but it's not coinable or.
And another reason is what we show on the screen and on the show, you're always going to see the Base App posts on Farcaster because we're showing the web version. So that's ideally, we'd rather be able to show like the whole base section of links coming from the Base App. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes tons of sense.
Yes. So, your user journey, there's just 2 of us who do that though. So I understand.
It's like a very limited reason.
A very niche use case.
A limited reason. I think it's like a really good use case. Like, I hit that problem too. If like I'm creating content or trying to just get something from desktop, like if I'm trying to create some AI slop image, right? I'll do it in Gemini or ChatGPT. Then I'll have to open up that chat inside my mobile and then post from there. So yeah, I hear you. Okay, what else?
I'm cracking up because also people in the chat are just throwing in all of their requests as well. So we could be.
We'll go through those in a second.
About?
We'll get to you. We'll get to you all in a minute.
Stuff thinking about kind of like base. Are you thinking about kind of Base App for brands in terms of like multi-account support, letting multiple people manage an account, scheduling, things like that? More of like. That's probably
for brands could be creators, like a creator tool set, tool suite, tool studio. Yeah, it is important we deliver that. It's I think it's right now in the thinking phase.
Think about your brands who have interns who right now it's very is there any way to share an account right now? I don't think there is.
No, so
you can't even share.
Is like a thing that we're gunning for, which is we get this awesome feedback.
But would email would fix that, right?
Email would fix that. What we need to add in the actual UX of the app is just account switching.
Yeah, right. That would be ideal.
To go from prof
logged into multiple.
And that's the reason we don't use GM Farcaster on Base App yet, because we're able to share it on Farcaster, but we can't both use it. Only one of us would, and we also need like a whole other iPhone.
I have multiple, and I have multiple Chrome profiles. Like one that I open that has GM Farcaster logged in, one for me, one for Warpig.
I totally agree. I'm just like scrolling through the chat because I was.
And then have you guys thought about? Have you guys thought about channels or cozy corners from like a content perspective?
I think that is like a natural evolution of like, as I think step 1 is the feed exists. Step 2, get the quality of the content to be like 100x better. So like whoever is making content, keep making great content. And then I think naturally we'll start seeing like how that content gets curated, whether it manifests as like a channel or if it's just manifesting as like better algorithm that is a discover algorithm, and then a for you sort of type of tab that is more personalized for like topics you care about or topics we figured out that you care about. I don't know if channel's exactly the right expression of it, but I think there needs to be like a personalization there.
Yeah. I will say that channels is helpful also from brand perspectives too, of having another place for people to post, but also a good place to pin things that make it easier for multiple people to manage. We did have some folks mentioning four embeds. Because
four
and
embeds,
this is
please. This is when you're posting, right? You want to do at least 4, get past 2. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because when you're posting on Farcaster, you get 4 embeds if you're a pro user, and then only the first 2 show on the base app. So that's just the
you know what I know is happening right now behind the scenes, because I think Dylan's on this. It's going to be a race between me and him who fires off the PR for this, and we're going to go ask our little agent to build it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
I love it. Another thing is
that Dylan Steck?
Yeah.
By the way, can we just tell you how amazing he is? I don't know if you know.
Oh, I know, and you can continue to say that because he is awesome.
Love Dylan.
I don't know if you know, but he is like just a delightful, smart, incredible, generous human being, and we love him.
Yes,
I saw him pop in here. He did say hello earlier.
Yeah, he's so great. Just such good, positive energy, and just deeply cares. Yeah.
He definitely does. And then, drafts. People would like drafts for posts.
Yes. Well, yes. I know. There's like these basic things for embeds, drafts. I like that.
Someone's requesting campaign support and analytics, HubSpot style features. Advertising is a question I have in terms of, is that open now to other, like you did an experiment with ads as posts in the feed? Is that continuing? How do people access that? Or is that sort of like on pause for the moment?
No, that is still there. Okay. That's still, well, sorry. We plan to do that. There's a little bit of work of getting in the new feed structure that we've created. There's a little bit of work we need to do to get those like personalized offers back into it, like back on the feed. And then also we have a mini app called Boost that lets a user like honestly just like take some content that they've created or a mini app or whatever and just boost it like you would for a paid ad, like you would do on Google, but it just shows up in the feed. So we're working.
Is that available right now, or is it still work in progress?
So the mini app is available if you search for it. The small gap though is like getting that content, that personalized offer to show up in the feed. There's just a little bit of work we need to do to take that over the line.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's very cool. And this isn't even coming from me. Trending topics. Are we having a trending feed of some sort?
I think we need one. I think
we do too.
Yeah, I think
always
can we just make a little side note to our production assistant who's in the background to clip that?
Clip it.
And I'm going to coin that. We're obsessed with the trending feed.
I'm obsessed with trending feeds.
Tell me what an awesome trending feed would look like. And like before you answer, also just the context of how we think about it. Putting aside the name trade, like we can always change names, but the whole idea of that feed, everything is tokenized, right? So whatever you see there is tokenized, and you can buy it, sell it, whatever you want. And the thinking on how we're doing sort of what you see in that trade feed is really based on capital flow. So you take your social graph, who amongst your friends is doing what, and overall capital flow, like who is moving value, money is truth. And that's the stuff that has capital flow should be rising to the top. And then it's
I think your trade feed is very good.
But I think
it's different.
I think we're getting confused with like what's today versus what Chintan is describing as this future. And I actually think he's probably right about and who knows, right? Like who can predict the future?
Clip that.
I think it's too.
He's probably right. Just clip that and coin it.
But think about like this is right. Like when we say trending, and it's funny because I go back to when you're saying like probably the answer is algorithmic. Like people want good content. And trending for us is like, what's happening on the network? What are the most important things? What's newsy?
What are most people talking about?
Newsy, yes.
Yeah.
What is
so it's different. It's different from token trade.
Yes.
But
trading.
today it is. But I do think if there is this future, right, and you got to go through so many iterations of getting there, but there probably is a future where like when everything, if people kind of have this fully liquid flow of value on a network and people create new habits of buying and trading and selling and, you know, and double clicking, like you need so much to change. But if there is that case where money follows attention and everything has this ability to capture and represent what that attention is, then then it's the same thing. Like,
yes.
It's the same.
Like
but that is not today.
Long horizon.
Yes.
Like if money is the truth, right, then the long horizon implies trending and capital flow all should be very close, like highly correlated. But I also do think there's like a design space to express like tokenized content and sort of, I like the word you use, like newsy style content. There's a design space to express those differently if you need to, but ideally, like we continue to increase the different types of content showing up in the feed. Like I mentioned, like mini apps, prediction markets, right? There's just like, take anything, any action that's happening on chain or off chain, and like, how do we sort of remix it into, this is getting attention. We know it's getting attention because there's value moving into it. Let's create this like block of content for you to show you that this is interesting out there. And then you can choose what you want to do with it.
Yeah. And I do think there's a lot to that. And I think right now where you have these apps with wallets, that's obviously going to make a lot of sense. And that's probably going to be the focus. And sort of what I'm looking for right now is just like, what's the news? Like, what are most people talking about? They may not be coining it and they may not be buying it, but this is what they're discussing. And that has value to me as somebody who reports on that stuff. But it also has value for bringing people into a conversation and driving that conversation forward. So from the social perspective, so a little different, but I agree that this is the direction we're going. So like solve the problem in the end.
We can like play with this space a little bit on your example. I like that you're describing something where you're getting alpha or information about like an early topic because people are like discussing it.
Right.
I think that's like very true for today's current paradigm. Now, the things I don't know that we have to like test and figure out, is the discussion the first point of alpha, or was there some other signal, i.e. money, that was like an even earlier signal in the funnel related to that alpha? May or may not be. Not everything like can be traced to the money. That's fine. But then if it's not like that capital flow, then also it goes back into this idea of your group chats are a private network, right? A private feed effectively. And so if there's also discussion happening on the billions of group chats out there, how does the alpha in those group chats where the chatter's happening, how do you push that out publicly, right? And that it's and I'm not describing literally like, oh, hey, you said something cool, let me like put in a public,
but more like this is the topic that's being discussed,
right?
And here's like
like
the vibe.
If in the late night on Base channel someone says, hey, this runner's picking up, right, cool, that happened in the private feed, people picked it up, but then how does that propagate out into a public feed? Because it was chatter that created action, and then you want the distribution of that action.
And I can also see this type of feed also including activity on mini apps like you were talking about earlier. Like that may or may not have a monetary piece to it, but it might. So like that, but I could see that as like a different it's different from trading per se, but it's activity that sometimes does lead to trading and does lead to revenue, or it leads to NFT minting. So like that to me could be incorporated in some sort of newsy type of trending feed where it's like, 100 people in the past 24 hours played this game. That's interesting. That's something that's not being surfaced at the moment.
Exactly.
Anywhere. So
yes. And that is exactly the thing we want. When I say like creating new types of content for the feed, it's like your friends plus X people are doing something. How do you engage with that? How do you make it easier? Like natively, one tap, one click. So it's taking quick buy, or like the concept of like one tap and do something, organic sort of information, and getting that out to the feed, but then packaging it in a way that's like, oh, that's cool. This is interesting for me. Let me do something.
Yeah. I think that's,
and it could be any content type. Honestly, it could be like live streaming, right?
Yeah.
It could be games. It can be prediction
markets.
We
like desperately want that. We've wanted notifications that we're live. I love the little bubbles on Twitter, that says this person, or the thing that goes around the PFP that says we're live.
Yes.
That's a much harder solve. And I know that because we could be live in many places, but we're not. There's no native streaming right now in Base App or Farcaster or anywhere. So it's harder to grab that information, but that's another signal that would be very cool. Or if you can somehow connect it, and I don't know. I know that we're running over. Couple quick other questions for folks who have a Farcaster account. They come into Base App. They do not realize they're connected. They set up a new account. Is there any way after the fact to get those two things connected? And what's the best way to do that?
Repeat the flow again.
So they have a Farcaster account.
Yeah.
They go into Base App. They set up a brand new account because they did not realize these two things go together. And now they want to connect those two accounts together. How is there a way to do that at this time?
Is their name Gary Tan?
Yeah, their name is Gary Tan.
Yeah.
And by they, I mean Gary Tan and Base Doctor. I saw a couple today.
No, I think a few people have had similar.
We there is no simple in-app way to do that right now. But I think this is a good call to action. Like what we should do is just publish, like, if you are in this situation, here's how to unstick yourself.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Let Gary know how to do that. It was really funny because he did not realize that connection. I think we covered a lot of my questions. One thing I did want to ask about was creator coins, where before they were all Zora created, but now there's a native version of this that we're seeing, like Aneri and Nikki from Miami, Jesse's coin, where it was sort of a little different flow. Can you talk about, is that going to be open up to everyone? What are the differences between creating this creator coin on Zora versus creating it in like this native way?
Yeah. So we do have creator coin issuance. Like if you want to launch your creator coin, you can inside the Base App. The key thing is it's not rolled out to everyone. Like we wanted to sort of white glove service and onboard creators, because there's a lot of complexity, and this is like perception complexity, right? What does a creator coin mean? How are my fans going to think about it? We want to do it in a safe, simple, trusted way. Otherwise, if like we're not doing it in that safe and trusted way, it gives bad vibes, and that's just going to make things harder. So that's why we didn't roll it out to everyone. It still uses the Zora contract. You can launch it natively, and it shows up in the Base App. It'll get picked up elsewhere. You can set then rewards to come in whatever denomination you want, and that's fine. And then we'll keep improving the contract, ideally overall, with things like auto sell, et cetera. But we are now that we've gone GA, once we get a bit more stable, we want to expand the aperture of people being able to do what they want to do with their creator coins and launch it a bit faster. But like if you think from a very cynical standpoint, if you open up the aperture completely, then what you do is you've given sort of a launch pad for potential just rugs, right? And like that's not good and healthy for the user base. So what
and it's not good for Base App, like
it's not good for what we're trying to do.
It's not good for anybody.
And also there's like things we need to figure out, like do we do auction style? How do we better handle snipers, right? And like what is the right way to launch? Because launching a creator coin it can be very simple, but it could also be a big deal, right? And ideally we trend towards the, oh, I launched it, cool, and like a bunch of cool stuff happened from it, great, this is fun.
And we've been, you know, both of us have launched our own individual creator coins on Zora and have another one on, you know, on Clanker, and I'm probably going to create another new one. But we haven't done that with GM Farcaster because we wanted to be more intentional and clear and do these experiments first so that if we do decide to do that, it's a little bit more clarity around that. So yeah, and I think that's what people should be doing, is really kind of just being a little bit, depending on who you are and what your, you know, what your goals are. But
yeah, for sure.
You know, sometimes it's just like, hey, just experiment. But then there's other times where you want to be a little bit more focused. Adrienne, did I forget anything? Oh, grants. I wanted to ask about grants for builders. What's available? Where do they go? How do they access that? And are there particular things you're looking for right now for people to be working on?
Yeah. So Kabir on the Base team leads all of our grant efforts. He's on the Base app. You can go to base.org and learn more about grants. I think the things we're looking for in general, literally and simply just great apps. And I don't mean only mini apps, right? Like Avantis launched a perps app, which is really good, right? It helps users do perps on Base, bringing in more liquidity. So apps that are looking at ways to bridge to other sort of chains and networks, I think that's great. That's great for the users. Apps that are driving day-to-day sort of activities and retention for users, just like fun stuff. It doesn't all have to be like speculative gambling, but just like things you can do with friends that you couldn't do before.
I have one for you. It's coming next year.
Yeah? What is it?
Yes. I'll tell you later. But it is, I have a design spec, but I built my design spec. I'm going to build it. It's a social game. It's a social game, but it's like, you can only do it if you have mini app, social feed, connected wallet.
Okay.
So I'm excited.
I literally don't know what she's talking about.
Yes, you do.
I forget.
Yes. But I just had this idea. Yeah.
So yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Yes, I do.
But it's too soon. I can't talk about it because
it's not time yet. Not time yet.
You know, just build world-class apps, world-class experiences for users in the Base ecosystem and beyond, to just like go have fun.
Awesome. Adrienne, anything else before we let him get out of here? We've kept him very long.
Yes, and it's just testament to your engineering prowess and leadership that you just launched the Base app in GA, and you can take an hour and hang out with us, and that either means you have built an insane architected unbustable app that has, that is handling everything, or you're an amazing leader and you've got incredible people,
or both,
doing everything. So
I'll take the both option.
Why not both?
The team, huge credit to the team. It's an incredible team. Couldn't be more proud of them. They have just done such a excellent job. And yeah, we've been just cooking for the last year, and we got so much more to do.
And shout out to all the team, but in particular, we love Dylan and we love Oxbid, and we're just going to give them some extra love, but we love all of you.
Hey, once you start calling names, then you can't stop.
I know. I just did those two. That's it. I'll leave the rest out. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
I had a blast.
It's been so fun. Go play some Die Hard the game. Let me see how you did.
I will. Good. Thank you.
Thanks.
Happy
Bye-bye.
Friday. Happy holidays.
Happy Friday. Happy holidays.
Happy.
Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to. Whoop. I'm bringing you back.
I said happy tis the season earnings on Base app.
Tis the season earnings. That's a good point. Everybody go invite the world to the Base app.
Connect your socials, and it's $2 million, right?
There's
$2 million
you're getting a piece
going out the
of
door.
$2 million. So
I gotta go make sure
and
everything's
also
connected.
thank you, chat. I've been reading the comments. They're awesome. Love the feedback. Keep it coming.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Come back anytime.
Sounds good. Bye.
Anytime. Bye-bye. I didn't mean to jump off there so quickly. Happy holidays, last live of the year. And happy holidays to you, our friend Ryan over on Twitter here. Lots of positive energy right back at you. That was so fun. He's so great to chat with. I could talk to him for like another hour. It's crazy. There was a couple things we didn't touch on that I just want to highlight really quick. And a couple things like this was very cool. Hold on. This little video was very cool. I'm not going to play the sound, but within those screenshots that just went past, let me back up just a smidge so you see what I'm talking about. It's a very nice slick video. So if you are onboarding a creator and an artist, something like that, I would send them this video along with the link, because I think it is a really good way to sort of describe how to earn as a creator on the Base app. But within there were some screenshots, and one of those was Moon Poppy, except it said Roger. It was very odd. I don't know why. But it was his, it's his PFP, and it's like very, you're like, oh, but it could be somebody else's Node Monkey. No, because it had the yawn pearl. Like, it can't be. It's definitely Moon Poppy. So we thought that was funny. Like, oh, what'd they do that for? There must have been, I feel like this was a lawyer who did this. I guarantee you, Moon Poppy, the lawyers are to blame for some reason.
No, lawyer, or it's just a graphic. It's just like a graphic designer who's like playing around and was like, Moon Poppy, what does that mean? That's not a name.
That's not a name. No, Roger. I'm telling you, there's a lawyer. There's a lawyer behind this
who just said anything. There's like if you're putting anything financial, change the name.
Change the name. Right. Like, don't leave the name. Like, just in case, just so that they're not promoting one token over another. I would guarantee it. That's what happened. So we talked about that. Let me grab this is really cool. Go take a look at this video. This is from How Base App Works in Under 1 Minute by Nikki from Miami. So that's another good one to check out if you are new and want to learn more. And follow Nikki. She's giving a lot of tips. She's walking people through a lot of things, as well as AfroChicks, who got a shout out during the system update. So go take a look at both of them. They produce some good content for onboarding. Base App got a little icon facelift, glow up, so which is helpful to distinguish it from Base, like the Base account, because there's a Base account, a Base App account. So I thought that was useful and interesting. We did see this from PM Yar. It's a cool experience logging into a new app for the first time and importing your existing social graph. So if you're onboarding to the Base app, there is a way to connect your Farcaster account directly to it. So you end up with one account that goes to all the clients. Recommend you do that. And this was the Gary Tan thing we were talking about, because real Gary Tan, who was like, oh my God, you probably got in there and was like, I can't believe somebody has my name already.
Yeah,
is squatting on my name, and the somebody was him. It's literally him. But
he did someone on Twitter happened. When he announced his real Gary Tan on Twitter, like, "Hey, I'm on the Base app," and someone's like, "Someone took Gary Tan," and he's like, "Yeah, sad face."
Yes, it was you. It was you. So DWR tagged him, and he did an awesome, like, I still think about the AMA he did way back when. So for those who don't know who Gary Tan is, he's the head of Y Combinator. And he did this great AMA, and I always think about that. So we even have casts from that from, like, I don't know, a year or two ago, a little while ago. But that was funny. So yeah. And This from TLDR. Base is now open to millions, and every one of them will be greeted with this beautiful AI faces whenever they use Messenger. Incredible possibilities. Bracket team is cooking. It's going to be crazier for sports fans on Base. I can promise you that. So you can incorporate Banker and Bracky into your Base app experience. And there was some folks who felt like Coinbase Sherlocked Banker for their Coinbase advisor. But this was from Deployer. I can see why you'd say Coinbase Sherlocked Banker building a similar product directly in their app. I don't see it this way. Agents are inevitable. If they weren't, that would mean we've wasted the last year plus building something no one will want. And goes on to say Robinhood and Coinbase both announced agents today, further validating that what we have already known, that what we are building is valuable, and we have learnings and insights that no one else does. We're one of the most experienced teams in the nascent financial agent space. We are a small team able to move quickly and react to the market if needed. We are happy with our current roadmap and are sticking to it. A Coinbase agent doesn't change anything for us. Agents do not end at a Coinbase integration. I expect many more to come online in the coming months, years. That was like a perfect response, like and attitude towards this, 100%.
Be like Deployer.
Be like Deployer is what we're saying. This was just funny. Everybody was introducing themselves. And so this was mine. Welcome to the future of France. And nobody knew what that was about. I could guess, and it turns out that's what it was. Because this started with Apex GM Base App General Public Users. My name is Apex, and I like to do GMs and talk about privacy. Welcome to the future of France. And that was like an old meme. Welcome to the future of finance, but it became France. So if you've been seeing that around, that's what the heck that means.
I think I saw Bert copy pasta it, and someone, was that the one?
Yeah.
And then someone's like, what does that mean? And Bert's like,
I don't know. And somebody asked me and I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm like, ask Apex. I don't know.
We're just apes, except Bert's a dog. So
the dog has no idea what even France is. I forgot to show this while Chintan was on. This is, my friends know me well. Is it somebody must have given him the shirt warning may spontaneously talk about crypto. I could use this shirt. This would be a good shirt for me to own as well. And lastly, I wanted to mention this. So this was a little bit.
I wanted to talk about this with Chintan, but I felt like we couldn't keep him for like 2 hours.
It was going to be too long of a discussion, I feel like.
His calendar invite was only half an hour, just so you know. Yeah. I have to talk to the producer when they send out the invites. They should
how dare they
schedule them longer.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be, he seems important.
Trying to be conscious. I figured he was really busy and we probably couldn't keep him that long. But
he had fun with us though. You could tell.
It was fun. It was fun. And we're about to finish up because we've kept you guys for a very long time. And I'm going to stream again at 3:00. So there you go.
They're all with me. Vacation has started. We're done with work. So we're just hanging out today.
We're going to play a game and I'm going to give away some tokens. I mean, that's it. This is from Brian Armstrong. Should Base App focus on being a self-custodial version of Coinbase, trading and financial services oriented, or lean into content creator coins and social, or is this a false dichotomy? This is a key question I heard from people coming out of the product event yesterday. Action produces information, and this team is shipping like crazy. I love that we're building in the open and letting the market guide us. What do you think? And we're not going to go through all the replies because there's a lot, but it was a great discussion and a lot of really good, thoughtful comments in here from people who have been building social trading apps, who've been using them. All of us have been using them for 3 years and things like that. So there's a lot of really good feedback for Brian in this cast.
Yes. And he's no doubt, wider Coinbase is no doubt listening and reading.
Yeah. So that to me was like I was happy to see him if he's having this question, I was happy to see him post it here rather than wing it. You know what I mean? Or like decide that, you know what I mean? Like instead of just doing it and talking about it internally, that it was a larger discussion from the people who probably know best because we've been doing this for so long. Mookie's like, My son just walked out the door. Can you tell? Mookie's thrilled about that. All right. We're going to wrap this up because Adrienne's going to go on vacation.
I'm fine. I'm on vacation. I am
like,
hanging out with
gone.
I'm hanging out with my friends.
I'm long gone.
I'm totally chilling. You don't even know what's in my cup.
This is an excellent point. She could be sipping some spike eggnog and we have no idea. No idea.
I'm very happy.
Last thing I'm just going to mention, I'm just trying to pull it back up. It doesn't want to open for me. I have been having some issues today, so I do think there's a little bit of load issue here. All right. Just want to mention this. I did build a cute little mini app. I am going to do a stream later today around 3 p.m. I'll go through what it is and how I built it. Also launched a little clanker, Save Holly, and I am tipping it out. I just wanted to show my comment that's why. If you see me yippee-ki-yay, that's why. Because it's the key. It's the way it actually does a quotecast, does a tip. And then here's the game. So go play the game. It's fun. And that's it. And I'll see you all later if you want to come hang with me again.
Yeah, actually, and I don't know if you know this, but Dan, Linda team are hanging out on house right now. There's a house party. So
there's a house party. We got to get over to the house party.
They started at 1 Eastern, so like about 15 minutes ago. So thank you all for hanging out with us for 15 minutes and not jumping to the popular kids table.
The popular kids table are now hanging out in the house. All right, we got to get over there. All right, everybody, this has been fun. We are going to be off until January 1st. So go enjoy your vacay. We were going to try and get on, we really wanted to get Bert on at some point with Horse Facts, but we didn't quite get that dialed in, but maybe we might have a surprise stream. You never know. But happy holidays, everybody. Yeah. I know. We got to figure that out, Bert. I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that comment. I just was thinking of it because I was thinking of it. So we got to figure that out. We're going to try and make that happen. But otherwise, except for that possibility, we won't be back until January 1st. And we'll see you then. Enjoy your time off. And anything else, Adrienne, before we end this? We'll see y'all next year.
Yeah. No, literally, I just want to say I love you all from the bottom of my heart. And I guess we're not really doing year-end reflections.
We'll do that on January 1st. Yeah.
But if I did, it would just be nothing but love and gratitude. And I hope everyone has a really nice holiday season.
And especially to our chatters, who show up all the time. We love you so much.
Who I'm talking to. Who do you think I'm talking to?
I'm just making
not talking to anyone else. They know.
I'm talking to everybody who's listening to this, but in particular, the chatters.
If you think I'm talking to you, I am.
There you go. All right. And with that, everybody, see you next year.
Bye-bye.
And bye-bye. Thanks for joining us for this episode of GM Farcaster. And thank you to all our partners and HyperSub supporters bringing this episode to you. Follow the GM Farcaster channel for all the latest updates and add our mini app on Farcaster and the Base App. Until next time, bye-bye.